Yesterday, we told you that the Idaho Medical Association filed a complaint against Dr. Ryan Cole, the newest member of the Central District Health Board. Well, they're asking the Board of Medicine to investigate claims that Dr. Cole himself has made in public, saying that he has allegedly treated patients from California to Florida with ivermectin, a drug not approved by the FDA to treat COVID-19. Our Morgan Romero spoke with Susie Keller, who's the CEO of the Idaho Medical Association and one of the authors of the original complaint filed last week. She tells us that they never intended for the complaint to become public, as most complaints aren't, but now that it has, they're sharing why they feel like now is the time to file this complaint.
Somehow the complaint made its way into the hands of the Idaho Freedom Foundation, and they are the ones who has made it public. And so we're now in the position of having to respond to that. The complaint is very narrow. We are not asking the Board of Medicine to investigate Dr. Cole's statements and misleading and dangerous words. What we are asking them to investigate is very narrowly the treatment aspect. Has he been treating patients? One thing to remember is Dr. Cole is a pathologist. He predominantly works in a lab. In fact, if you call his lab, they will say Dr. Cole is not a primary care provider and he is unable to write prescriptions. And it's hard to reconcile that with his previous statements that say, I've written hundreds of prescriptions for this treatment, which is not appropriate for COVID-19 patients.
We did hear from Dr. Ryan Cole shortly after we went on air yesterday, and because we did share the IMA's complaint, we wanted to make sure we're thorough and that we shared Dr. Cole's response as well. And it says in part, quote, filing a complaint and threatening my license is unprofessional and sows distrust within the medical community and with patients in our state. My mission as a physician is to care for patients. I take my oath to do no harm very seriously. Continues, quote, we can do better as a profession than to silence those who have a different perspective. My attorneys and I will be working with other physicians and attorneys around the country who have been wrongfully attacked in the media and by those within the medical profession as we fight back against these unfounded complaints and actions. He says, I will continue to put the health and well-being of patients in our community, our state, and our nation first and foremost. Dr. Cole also invited members of the IMA to sit down with him to discuss their concerns. Again, the Board of Health will meet later this month for their regularly scheduled board meeting. From there, they can decide to take action or dismiss the complaint altogether. You can go right now to ktvb.com to learn more about this and read Dr. Cole's full statements on the matter.